See, when we're emotionally connected, we make emotional decisions, right? And sometimes we make emotional decisions without even realizing they're emotional decisions. Do not enter don't mean enter. Do not enter literally means don't enter. Like, what are you talking about? The passionate person is gonna be like, nah, do not enter means I need to go harder. Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. I like to know where people stand so I know how to treat you accordingly.
They be trying to do it, I'm just doing me. I be working hard, they just want it free.
Be competitive with yourself. Hey, what's going on? It's Jsean for another Jsean Speaks. Anytime you hear me just talking about a subject like this and keep going and going, it's pretty much a Jsean Speaks, right? I like to share things in real time as it happens to me. I like to share it with y'all because I'm hoping that, I'm not even hoping, I just know there's somebody out there, even one person who kind of feels or understands where I'm coming from, where it can even help them make a better decision, right? That's all this is. It's not some tutorial or me telling you what to do or how to think. It's just giving you another perspective from somebody else who's not connected to you, right? The only way we are connected is that we're both regular people with emotions and feelings, and we're human. That's pretty much it. So I want to talk about this whole emotion thing. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. It all depends on how you look at it, you know? So I was trying to make a video about this, but I decided to retake it because I figured as I was talking to y'all, I started figuring it out a little bit at a time. I started understanding, and one thing that I learned is that I used to go through certain things in life that I personally felt were hard. I felt they were so hard that I didn't understand it. It got to a point where I was literally like, God is testing me. He wants to see how bad I really want it. And this is why it's so hard. He wants to see, it's like me feeling like I got to earn it. And this is why it's so hard for me. But now over time, I'm starting to understand and realize that he's not trying to make me earn it. He's giving me a sign. And this is where our emotions get the best of us. The way that we think here affects a lot. What we think in our hearts is what keeps us going sometimes. Having that heart, that courage. But the mind is like tricky, and you gotta be careful. So don't be fooled by your own mind, right? Your mind can convince you that you can do anything. And your mind can also convince you that you can't do anything. It's very powerful. You know, so you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. You got to be careful of the thoughts that you have in your mind. You got to be careful of what you speak into the atmosphere. You got to be careful of how you think, honestly. It's like it could be good or bad for you, you know, and there's times that it affects us and we don't even realize it, how much it's affecting us. So I'm going to give you this example of what I was just talking about. Picture you're going in a destination, right? My neck's hurting. Picture you're driving to a destination, and on your route, on your way there, you see a detour. You might not think nothing of it. It's a hiccup, right? Added a few minutes to your travels. And then you drive, and it's like you got to go through this tunnel, and it has like a big caution sign that says, do not enter. So you take another detour. And then you see another one that says detour. Then you see another one that bridge is closed. Then you see it's about to snow tonight. All these different things. You see, you have no passion for the drive, the literal drive. You're just trying to accomplish something, whatever that is that day, right? But if you saw all those signs, literally, what would you take that as? I'm going to tell you, you would be like, it's a sign. I don't think I should go this way tonight. I think I should just wait till tomorrow and see what happens. You would take that as a sign, like something ain't right. And you would take your butt home and continue on with your life and postpone that and find a better day. See, when we're emotionally connected, we make emotional decisions, right? And sometimes we make emotional decisions without even realizing they're emotional decisions. So, for example, when I'm doing something in my life and it keeps reversing looping to the same point in a sense, even though I felt like I took different routes. See, the whole thing with the signs of driving, the whole point was not to drive, not to continue that journey, at least not today. You know what I'm saying? When I go through my loops in the same cycle of things, Instead me being so emotionally attached to it, it's like I'm proving something to myself. Maybe I don't know. I'm like, God is testing me. This is so hard because He wants me to push through it and earn it because He's gonna bless me with crazy abundance. So I can't quit. I have to keep going. But now it's like I'm kind of waking up and I'm realizing that, nah, man, I actually think God was giving me a sign and telling me, nah, this is wrong. I'm not saying the destination is wrong, but the way I'm doing it, the way I'm going about it, maybe the timing, or maybe the way I'm trying to get there is not the way to get there. Maybe I should have flew by plane instead. Maybe I should have did this instead, or I had other things to take care of first, or whatever the case is. There is something wrong. And I think in your life, if you have something similar that you're going through, that you feel like it's some kind of cycle in your life that's hard, and you are genuinely trying, you're genuinely putting effort in. I'm not saying you try one time, it was hard, and like, no, you genuinely are giving it your best. And you're not seeing that result. Let me tell you something, man. You can work out, not even give your best, but if you're consistent and you do it long enough with light weights, slightly okay diet or same diet, maybe a little better, but you're constantly lifting or constantly changing your diet, you will see progress. But the progress may not be as fast or efficient if you are following the steps to a T, right? But you will see progress nonetheless. If you're doing something in your life and you don't see the progress at all, I'm telling you, it just means you're doing something wrong, period. Stop listening to this part and confusing yourself thinking that's supposed to be hard. Because I'm going to tell you, I believe in this. And I said this in another video. I don't know when it's going to post, if I'm even going to post it. I don't believe things are supposed to be hard. And what I mean by that is, if you're, and I said this example in another video if I release it, if you're going to be a doctor, you're going to expect it to be hard work, a lot of studying and late nights. I don't mean that. You're going to expect that. I don't believe certain things are supposed to be hard. I don't think love is supposed to be hard. I don't think a lot of things are supposed to be hard, and I said this in my other video. When do they say you stop working in life? They say you stop working in life when you love what you're doing. It's no longer considered work. Think about a relationship. If two people actually love each other, what do you mean it's hard work? It's not hard work. The only reason it's hard work because somebody doesn't feel the same as the other person. The love is not equal. There's no such thing as love being equal either. You either love or you don't, to me. If you're in love, you're in love. If you're love or you love, it's the same. If one person don't have love and the other person does, it will feel like hard work because now it's unbalanced. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, this is giving me time to really think. And now I gotta make decisions a little more, not even a little more, with less emotion, quite a bit smarter, and just start listening to what I know versus what I feel sometimes. So I believe to have passion for something is important because that's gonna get you to even start, right? And I believe that you're supposed to be smart and use your common sense, your brain, to actually figure out what it is you need to do from a technical standpoint and not an emotional standpoint. The emotion part will get you in trouble. The emotional part can get you driven to do it, to try something that nobody around you understands. The emotional part, the passion, the fire burning inside you can help you to get to a point where you do something that you almost don't even, like you have no support for, like you're scared of. That's what that can do, the starting, the first step. But what's going to keep you there and keep you growing now is not that part of it. That's the part that's going to mess you up over time. Now you can start listening to, being smart and paying attention and taking signs for what they are. Do not enter don't mean enter. Do not enter literally means don't enter. Like, what are you talking about? The passionate person is going to be like, nah, do not enter means I need to go harder. Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. Imagine a real successful business person or business running off of rules and taking action based on that type of stuff. They don't do it off feelings. They do it off data. You know what I'm saying? They do it off market research. So I'm telling you to do research. Think about what you're doing to yourself. Think about how you're moving. And then really ask yourself, And I'm just saying this stuff because some of this stuff has kind of hit me. So I just want to share it with you, So, yeah. And like I say, man, make sure you do everything at top level, at your top level. And remember, you're no competition with anybody except yourself. So make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. Until next time. Later.